Welcome back to another episode of Hair What I'm Saying. This is where we have real conversations about hair, culture, and identity, a space for healing and understanding. Today we're talking about the curl pattern chart. Yes, that chart you've seen all over social media and how it's been misleading people in the curl community. To help me break it down, I'm joined by Minnie of Shag Noir Salon. This is actually her third time on the show, and every time she comes, she brings her expertise, honesty, and real-world experience. Minnie works with all textures, which makes her the perfect person to help unpack why the chart isn't what we've been led to believe. Welcome to the Hair What I'm Saying podcast. I'm your host, Kenitra Stewart. Today we have Minnie of Shag Noir Salon ATX joining us again, and again for a third time. Welcome to the show, Minnie. How are you?
Thank you. I'm wonderful.
Good.
Yeah, I'm having a good day so far. Now I'm here with you.
Oh, it's so sweet. I know.
Helpful.
We haven't seen each other since when?
I don't know.
The
it's
last
months.
time we done the podcast?
Yeah.
That was
And
a
we have
year
more
ago.
to talk about.
We sure do.
Yeah.
That was a year ago.
Was it?
Yes, it was. It was September. I remember the
I'm
month.
about to say it was pretty outside. I'm like, it was
Yeah, it
pretty
was
outside,
September.
Like,
yeah, it's October, but it's hot.
You think
What
so?
the heck is going on with Texas?
Yeah.
It's hot if you just sitting out there. Yeah,
This is
it's
so normal
October.
to me. It's so
This
normal.
hot for October.
I just told my son, I was like, it's probably going to get cold around December.
Yeah, that is Texas, though. That
Yeah.
is the vibe for Texas.
Yeah.
Louisiana like that, too, where I'm from. But coming from Virginia to Texas,
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
Louisiana, y'all stay cold all the way to like February, March.
yeah,
Warm.
it's all good, though. I mean, we're here.
Yeah.
If you hot,
Alive.
just go into some AC. That's all I can tell you. I mean,
No, I keep a jacket and then a crop top on just to fluctuate in between
I
the hot
know.
flashes, AC, and outside.
no, for real.
Bro,
What you been up to?
I cooked last night.
What you cook?
Let me tell you what happened. Okay, so I had my
Lord.
cousin.
Not what you cook, but let me tell you what happened.
So I went to Radiant, shout out to Radiant Butcher, or Radius, messed up the name.
Uh-huh.
Radius Butcher on 7th Street. So it was salt and thyme. I wanted to get short ribs, but they didn't have them. Of course, the night I'm having my cousins over.
Right.
And I got chuck, and I overcooked it.
Girl, shut up. Tough.
So I made polenta, and then I braised the vegetables and everything else. But the meat I threw out to the dogs.
It was tough, wasn't it?
It was
the meat
horrible.
was tough.
My cousin was like, you should have cooked this all day. I'm like, it was different.
Oh, my God.
I did the same recipe as I did with the short ribs, with the short ribs cook in like 3 hours. These I should have cooked for days, this chuck roast.
Oh, my God.
But I don't cook often, so.
She cooked it too fast.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It is.
It's okay. Had it
But
expedited.
that's what I've been up to, just my dogs. And then, of course, the salon, always sorting out the
It's never ending.
direction of my salon.
It's never ending. Do you believe it's because of how everything is evolving? Like with, just certain, it's a lot of things are evolving to the point where I can't even pinpoint it to anything. Like,
Right. Like
so
it's like
many
an
things.
aspect of it, right? Because you still want to honor and hold space for those who have been overworked and undervalued. But you still have to understand that it's a business, right? And I think that is an element of it, but there's so many aspects.
It sure is. And they are never ending.
Right, because of course to me, like my stylists and how content they are in the environment that I create is very high on the scale for me. Like that's one of the top priorities for me. But it's like, what does it look like? What does it look like for a collective? What does it look like for one person? And you can't cater to one person, right? So yeah, and evolving out of that like heavy workspace, but also understanding that it does take commitment.
It sure
and work
does.
and discipline.
It sure does. Well, we need to create an episode about that in the future. We will. We got to get that on the schedule.
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky. That's how the young folks say it.
Yeah, because, now we're looking at, like, this generation to our parents, and you're like, it is completely different worlds on how to produce and how to create.
And us millennials, we're, like, stuck
In the middle, like.
Yep. Which way do I go? Which way do I go?
Do I go to the internet influencing, or do I go pick up a hammer?
A machete.
So.
No, for real. It's
We're
a
stuck in the
lot. Us millennials, I feel like we have it the toughest. Because of what you mentioned.
Yeah.
You know, we have the younger generation and we have kids in that generation, and then we have parents in that generation, and I don't know what was going on in that generation.
Well, you know, a lot.
But we know what was going on, but we're going to keep it, you know, we ain't going to disclose.
Keep it kosher today.
Right. And so then we just kind of stuck in the middle. And that's why I don't want to be biased, but I feel like we're the toughest generation because we're stuck. We're like the middle child.
Like a rock in a hard place.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Because what I find that I talk about a lot with people is you can either get on, which I heard on the news the other day, and this is the first time I've actually heard this. You're in between making that decision of like, do I just go full-fledged digital? Now I got to make a decision what I want to do with this digital.
And that's why we're stuck in the middle because we've had the best of both worlds.
Right. Or do I, you know, go start a business? Do I get rid of my job? Or do I go apply for another job? Do I work harder? Do I go get an education to go get the job I always wanted? Or do I just go show my toes on OnlyFans? I mean, these are the decisions people are having to make now. You know what I'm saying?
That was amazing.
It's reality.
Seriously, that is the reality.
And then we're like, no, but I've got integrity. I've got grit.
Yeah,
I went to school. I went to college. I paid for the classes, the $1,200 every time I wanted to learn something new. So we want to, you know, but we're seeing the polarity in how people are making a living. And
yeah, back when we were coming out of high school, it was like, you know, we're either going to go to college, we're going to join the military, or we're going to go to some vocational school. Today,
you're going to party.
Or you're going to party, whatever you're going to do. But it was very simple. You only had a few little choices.
Yeah. So to put this in perspective with the like futurism of like where technology has taken us, I was asking my son when we were at dinner one night, I was like, and to my ex, I wanted my ex to see the difference. And I didn't know the difference. I wanted to bring it out and make it real, right? So I asked my son, I was like, I told Casey, I was like, I'm going to ask him if he thinks getting out of high school and making 20 grand is difficult. Because I don't know. I don't know what he's going to say. Yeah. I don't know what these kids think.
Right.
And he said, no, it's super easy. And I said, so tell me why. What? Because to us, even to the millennials, 20 grand in a month that's a stretch. You're hustling. You're figuring it out. Like you figured it out.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of money.
Right.
And he was like,
what was his why?
You could do e-commerce a lot. I remember the e-commerce. I remember influencing, but scamming, like that's a
it's a professional
that's a real
thing
job
now.
to them.
It's
where I was like, please understand, for me as your mother, you jump into that role, I will not be in the courtroom with you.
I'm glad you said that.
Because we've already talked about this. And it was like, well, that's not where I'm at, Mom.
Yeah, but you asked me. I'm just telling you.
He was like, and then he got to showing me like on YouTube where you can go and buy the equipment.
To scam?
They teach you.
On YouTube, these people should be banned.
Where in our minds, you know, like the boomers' minds, it's only in Nigeria. In our minds, we know people do it. We're probably relating more to like in person, people robbing people and setting up dates and things like that, or scamming over the phone, our grandmothers. But young people are able to do this as a profession.
Yeah, they think it's a profession. I can't tell you, I done cussed that. Child, done told them to go to Jesus plenty of times.
Right.
Girl. Y'all, we got off on a tangent. But that was good. That could have been a whole episode. That was good. That was so organic. It just flowed. Right? All right, let's get started officially. So can you tell us a little bit about your journey as a stylist and how you've worked with all hair textures?
Okay, yeah. So I grew up in Pflugerville. So the schools that I grew up in were super mixed, and it was a small town outside of Austin. So I feel like I went to school with everybody, and I always had an attraction to hair, period. Like I just wanted to see people's hair. And then as I started in hair school, my hair school was different than what I perceived it was going to be. So it was predominantly white. So then I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm learning.
What was your perception?
I thought I was going to go to Central Texas Beauty College or Vogue, which was more like the population was more Black.
Okay. Gotcha.
in Austin. But I ended up flipping the script because of finances and going to, because they offer student aid, financial aid.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, well, this is different. But it was about Vidal Sassoon Connection Cutting School. So that piqued my interest too. So I was like, I was always obsessed with Vidal Sassoon. So once I was there in that space, I was like, oh, now I can play with anybody's hair. Yeah. So that became my experience. And then when I got out, I went and worked at Urban Betty, and I was like, okay, well, I'll do an apprenticeship. I already did an apprenticeship at Bling Hair Salon, which was a black salon in Pflugerville at 19. So I was like, well, I'll do an apprenticeship here, work here in Austin where I live now, and we'll go from there. And then I've kind of just brought in every texture, everybody that I can think of into my space.
So are you grateful for being able to go to a school that allowed you to, work with, I guess you could say, looser, straighter textures opposed to one that was predominantly, well, it depends on when you went, because back then we were probably getting relaxers.
Yeah. And I don't know that it mattered to me because at the end of the day, I just wanted my education. And to me, it was like, somebody paid for it. Right? Ultimately, I ended up paying for it. But at the time, somebody was saying yes to to me, and a lot of the other schools were not allowing financial aid. So some of my teachers there were black, so there was some familiarity. Some of the students were, but I don't know that it bared a lot of weight. It was just really an opportunity to just learn, because I knew I had already done the shampoo tech apprenticeship with April Kearney at Bling Salon. So it was just like I was just funneling myself into more spaces. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then for me to want to, now it's like I can create the space that I want.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what it has always been for me too. Just wanted to finally, you see these things from these different salons and what they do and how they do it. You might take something from however that, they choose to operate. You might bring it on into your space, or you just see it and be like, I know I can do something better with that. Whatever
or
the
something
case
different. Yeah, just put a little twist on it, because even just talking about that, I was like, oh shit, I feel like I was kind of making it like school. I loved school, growing up in school. I mean, I went to school with everybody, all kind of, after I think the Bosnian War.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Students from Herzegovina, Bosnia, and I was always so fascinated by this spectrum of human beings. Lebanese people next door, Mexican family down the street, they could not keep me out of their houses. So with my
goodness
salon space,
that's what you created. That's what you've always aimed to create too.
Yeah.
Just very universal. Like a big unity.
One day I'll be a polyglot.
What's your philosophy when it comes to educating clients about their hair?
Ooh, so my thing is that I always want them to feel empowered, right? I want them to want to come to me. I want them to feel like I don't need Minnie to tell me what you know what I mean? She's educated me, so I feel empowered here, when I'm at this stand. If this is going on in my life, then she's already told me this is what I can start working on or look forward to or do research on, right? That they don't necessarily need me.
They don't, excuse me, not that they don't, but they do.
Right.
I do wonder if the education and everything that we do offer is being consumed. Sometimes I be like, is this a space to just vent?
In the chair?
Yeah. Is it a space to vent about all the obstacles and all of the trials and tribulations that you have with your hair? Or do you really want a solution? Because what I've experienced, I'm just being honest.
Good question. Because, yes.
Yes. It's like, I want your goals more than you do. I want your hair goals more than you do. And at this point, I'm getting frustrated because I want to see you achieve your hair goals. But every time you come back, it's like a hard reset. It ain't powering your phone off, giving it a chance to recollect. It's like holding the power button, holding the side sound button. It's a hard reset. Or I got to go into my general settings and do reset all network.
See, so So to me, when you get past that annoyance point, it's kind of like what they're saying about community. With community becomes annoyance, right? Right. You have to deal with the annoyance part. That's why the price is the price. Because
So, I mean,
you
I should have went up on my prices.
when you think about therapists, the word therapist, why people say, that's why you're such a therapist. Yes, because they want that hair sister, they want that hair brother, they want that hair fairy god, whatever, that they can come talk to, and you just tell them what to do. We see it in every other industry as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
weight loss. I mean, can you imagine?
Yeah,
Nutritionists probably feel this way too. Like, you just want somebody to come talk to about the Snickers, but you don't want to put them down.
At the Snickers.
And that's why we charge.
Oh, gosh.
That's why you can't just do hair. I mean, you can.
I mean, you can, but
When
if
people
they
say,
are looking for something more than you just doing your hair, you're not going to retain clientele. And I don't mind it, being their therapist. Sometimes it helps me, figure out. I remember one client, we could not understand why she could not retain length for nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it just stayed at one length. And I said, I know you're not open to a lot of heat. I said, but I do believe if we stretched your hair a little bit, I said, because you have the ends that will jump back in.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting all of them. And I do feel strongly in my heart that's why you're not retaining length. Because, some people only want you to blow dry and cut. They don't want you to
flat iron.
Yeah. And I told her, I was like, we don't have to bone straight, still press it. Just let me smoothen it out.
Yeah.
And ever since, but they have to be open to receiving it. They have to be open to allowing you to do it.
Right.
But she did, and then she started retaining length, But so in that situation, it's like I even figured out something, that could potentially work for anyone who has that specific hair texture, Right. But for me, I guess the annoyance comes from offering a solution, you challenging a solution.
Yeah.
Or accepting a solution.
Right.
And don't follow through. That's when I get annoyed, because then it's like, it's okay if you don't come back because obviously you don't agree with the solution or whatever the case may be, whatever reason you don't come back. But when you keep coming back and I keep repeating myself like a broken record.
Well, it's just identifying that you're now not the problem.
Oh, I definitely figured that out.
You're like, well, let's just make it clear that I'm not the problem.
Yeah.
And when the price goes up,
but you don't see the results, I'm definitely still am not the problem.
Yeah. I don't know that I'd struggle with like getting annoyed in that space. Because it's just kind of worth it. I've made it worth it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So when people do say therapist, I think a lot of times when I hear people refer to, and that's why people say y'all are therapists, and I'm like, it's not, I don't take it as an insult.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not going to take that as an insult because I've chosen, maybe if I was doing this for $45, huge insult. Not getting paid enough for the double whammy. You know what I mean?
You said huge insult. No, it is.
But as I'm cutting and I'm telling you, I'm quiet during the space and you choose to blah, 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 blah. I think naturally who I am, I'm taking that in and I'm doing inventory on it because I've been in therapy for a long time. I'm not in it right now. And then I've also been okay with the fact that I've kind of taught my clients how I give it to you is how I give it to you. I'm never trying to be mean, but this is just who I am. So if I give you an honest response, if you're looking for an honest response, I'll create space for it to get real. So I don't mind. Once you pay and I can say what I can say, and it's still respect and love.
We both win.
And if you don't like it, you don't have to come
back. We can both win if you receive it, though, because it's the truth.
Yeah. I think that's why I don't get annoyed. I think I just get annoyed mainly with, what do I get?
You a vibe. Industry? You don't get annoyed. You a vibe.
I
in the
love
hair industry.
In the hair industry. I think I get annoyed with the industry itself more than I do.
Than opposed to the client.
Yeah, because at this point now, the clients, you can annoy me, but I'm cutting you off.
Yeah, that's true. You have that free will.
Yeah.
So that's true too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's move on.
And done.
Okay, so when did you first notice the curl pattern chart impacting clients?
I would say I probably noticed it heavily right before the pandemic.
Right before the pandemic. Okay.
With that, I'm off on time sometimes.
No.
Like I can't say 10 years ago. I don't know that it was.
I believe everyone's answer is going to be different.
Yeah.
It just depends on what you were paying attention to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I noticed, pandemic. Right before the pandemic, the people would be like, of course he curled the chart everywhere. And I think at first it was, I thought it was really cool. Yeah. I liked what I was seeing.
I did too.
And then I started being like, shit. They done did it again. They done scammed us again. I was cooked. I was done.
They done scammed us.
I'm sick of being scammed. But like when I sit back and I think about it, couple puffs, you're like, capitalism. That's all it is.
That's all it was.
Yeah, like who gives a shit? Everybody has like 4 different curl patterns on their head, period.
My God. In one head.
Yeah, my straightest, I think I learned this maybe 12 years ago, 10 years ago, looking and paying attention as I'm combing to the back of my client's hair, super straight from the front to the back, from the Caucasus of the mountains, the most Caucasus of the mountains, okay? And there's curls like mine in the back, right below here. And that's commonly where I find them.
Yep.
If there's
in
just
that
a few.
area, right?
Yeah. Then there's those like kinky babies.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So how would you say, how has it misled the community, the curl community?
I don't know that it was their intention, but it maybe.
I don't believe it was either. I believe they just wanted a visual reference to make it easier.
And then you always got those that are like, let's make it something.
And that's
a little bit more devious and nefarious.
Exactly. When they saw how people jumped on it.
Right. So once people started being like zeroing in on this is the only way it's got to be. And when people get so like radicalized about it, well, I can't use this. And then I found out I shouldn't be using this. And I threw all this away because this is for the 2A. And it's like, oh, y'all, it's more science than it is your curl pattern. Like the science of what you're using, the science of the water you're using.
Everything. And that's why the curl pattern chart to me is ineffective. Because it doesn't address none of that.
No. It still doesn't. Like, I'm wondering why, like, yeah.
It still don't. I do feel as though since there is so much controversy around it, the creator should have been more, I don't know, just been more upfront about what it's for. What was your goal? What was your vision?
Who created it?
Andre Walker. Like, what was I don't really, this is all I know him by. Wait a minute, was he Oprah Winfrey's? Girl, don't.
Hairdresser?
Do we need to look it up? Let me look it up. Let's see.
Because, I would have questions. Because my first question in my head was it made by someone from the Caucasus Mountain regions?
No. Well, it is Oprah Winfrey's hairstylist. I thought I had that correct. I believe he could be a good mix of.
Sorry. Oops, you gotta cut that out. Kenitra.
I am not cutting that out. I'm not. People say crazier things on these podcasts.
We are just real.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm remembering. Got the injections? Did it go to injections? I'm trying to reach back in the years.
I don't know.
Who am I thinking of?
This is him though.
Okay.
And he has beautiful curls. I don't know if y'all
No. I'm thinking of a different person. Okay.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I thought it was Oprah Winfrey's hairstylist for sure. But yeah, so
it is.
What?
That is Oprah Winfrey's hairdresser.
Yeah, Andre Walker. I thought he was Oprah Winfrey's hairstylist.
Okay.
So
I mean, it's giving Chaz Win.
Chaz Win?
Yes.
Who is that?
Remember Win products? That then there was lawsuits.
W-E-N. I don't have much education on that product at all. I never really used it.
It's giving like celebrity hairstylist. Now I've created this thing that I can market and sell to everyone, right?
But you're not really, you don't have a specific solution.
No, but it's something, look
It
at
worked.
it, genius.
It worked.
If you're dialed into capitalism and I need to make money and this is how.
Yeah, it worked. Well,
I mean, I just wish people weren't so serious about it and weren't so concerned and like, these are the products I have to buy because of this. I'm like, what does your hair need? If you understand your curly hair is already more porous typically. Yeah. Like if you understand that your straight hair, your cuticles typically closed if you're not bleaching and swimming in the ocean every single day. What products to grab when you do those outside things.
You really have to treat it according to what is present at hand.
And how we say socially is acceptable for how to wear your hair. This wasn't a thing 4,000 years ago because nobody cared.
Yep.
And there wasn't this much going on in the world, in the air to harm your hair. So it's all science now.
It is. It sure is. I know this young lady from my hometown, she DM'd me on Facebook and she's just looking for some hair care advice.
Okay.
And so to make a long dialogue short, she said, natural hair is complicated. And I said, that's not necessarily true. I said, but your regimen is very complicated.
Yes, that's what my research that I've done. I mean, most people come to me with like a bag full of shit. I don't know if I'm...
Yeah, you are.
Yes. Yeah, and I remember being that person. So my story that I tell behind the chair is like I was a product whore. Like I wanted everything that came out, in the 90s, in the 2000s. When they opened Sephora, I could have emptied my bank account. I mean, everything. And then when I got hired to work with some of the girls that worked for the company, naturallycurly.com.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
That was my teens. Like April told me about them. I go meet this couple that has off 183, this white couple that had like all of the natural products in Austin that you could think of. They had them in a warehouse. And so I used to go into this warehouse and go just like peruse through the Jane Carter, all these products as a young kid. I was obsessed. Which I don't know what we're talking about, by the way, at this point. I don't know what this top subject.
Well, we talk about, like how celebrities, they capitalize,
Yeah.
And then, you mentioned the Win products. And I don't know how we got there, though.
We've just been talking. But I was like, let me make sure I circle back to my point.
I was telling you about my...
Your client.
Well, she's not my client. Just a friend from back at home. And I was telling her that her hair care regimen was complicated. That's where we were.
Okay, that's where we were.
Lord have mercy, y'all. It's Sunday. Forgive us.
And I'm about to be 41 this month, so I have to remember that my brain is not what it was 10 years ago. But yes, like all these products that I used to have, and I can't say that not one of them was solving a problem that I was trying to solve at that time because I just wanted different hair. I just wanted different hair. I didn't want the hair I had.
Do you feel as though that may be a lot or the majority of
my clients that come to me,
want different
I'm fascinated because I don't lay the edges. I don't put on the wig. I don't cover it up. So a lot of times by the time I'm finishing up my consultation, I'm like, listen, I have bought all the products. But really and truly, you need to figure out why you have a closet full of products. It's because you want different hair. You're not trying to.
And that's what you see.
Because you know what products are going to, the edge control is going to lay your edges.
Right.
But you typically want different hair. You're trying to alter what it is that you have. Very seldom you're going to find people that will wash their hair and just walk out the door.
Yeah. In my years of experience, I've only had one girl that did that.
Yeah, or just do a protective style with no extra,
No extra bedazzle.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I've only had one girl that would literally sit in that chair and she'd be like, okay, we're good. And wear it. Now she did have, high density.
Yeah.
Fine hair. So, it would not work out the next day because that's a lot of detangling,
Yeah.
But yeah, she was just missed it with her products and she would move on.
That's a lot of my clients. So I don't know if it just became because of my aesthetic, right? Like I don't really get into, I used to in my 20s, try to lay the edges. But I think once I came to this realization, like there's no edge control that's gonna lay my edges. Mine will be rolled up in an hour.
I am not, I don't even try.
No. And I think a lot of my clients
if you have a
come
natural
like that.
little baby hair, I'll go ahead and swoop that
them
on over.
Right,
But
like if the hair permits.
Right.
But if you
the way how they cut it now and they part cut flat iron hairspray, I ain't doing that.
No.
I'm not doing
that.
And it's nowhere on my page that you see me lay an edge. I ain't never laid an edge.
Right.
I don't even know how, if I'm being honest. No, not the way how they do it today. No.
Simple. I was a Let's Jam kid.
Mm.
There might be some PTSD and all that, which is why I'm just accepting my curve. Hey, Minnie, there's some stuff running down your face. When you be in class and your body heat would heat up and the Let's Jam would start sliding down your face.
It smells so good, though.
Like candy.
Gosh, the green cap, the orange cap.
Yep, the pink. All of them.
The green was my favorite.
I just liked how the bottle sounded when you hit it. Oh, another nail popped off. But yeah. No, products crazy to try to change. That's what I feel like I was doing, just trying to change. And then now I'm like a minimalist. It is what it is.
I know, but it's so freeing whenever you just let go.
Yeah. Now I would love to grow it out and play with even just the simple products that I have now because I know scientifically these are the products that are going to give me the results that I want. And it's like a set of just 3 products for my curls.
And that's what I told her. I told her, I said, you have so many products.
Yeah, why is it complicated?
I told her, I said, nothing is complicated. I said, your regimen is complicated. You have As I Am. You know what? It's a lot.
Yeah.
She has so many products.
And we end up exacerbating a problem, which I think, to me, what's complicated is what's going on internally sometimes.
Absolutely.
When you can't style your hair because you're losing hair or whatever, things like that. That makes it complicated because then you feel like you need all these routines and all these products and all these supplements to make it grow or make it something that it's not. But it's not really that complicated.
No, it's really not.
It does take attention and care. I think I will say when I went natural initially, but I was also very young and coming from a family of people who were not natural. I thought it was going to be harder work, which I don't know that it was harder, but it was just as like equitable work as a relaxer. Like attention and care.
Exactly. Yeah, I was about to say in what realm,
Ritualistically, like I have a ritual now, which like on October 24th, Maddie's coming into town from Curly Color Magic from Dallas.
Oh yeah,
yeah, you should come.
Yes, I remember you telling me about her.
Okay,
on the 24th. Okay,
I think we haven't started like blasting everybody yet, but one flyer. But yeah, I wanted to get into really just teaching people more so rituals with the curl patterns that you have and like how do you spend time with these certain products in the different zones of your hair that need the care and attention and love that they need.
Exactly. I feel like that can start helping internally too.
Yeah.
I mean, not wholeheartedly, but some slight adjustments,
I think it has a huge impact. And for those that are partnered, I'm like, hand your partner the gua sha, the whatever. Hand them this product and let them, y'all create a ritual at night where you can stop stressing
about your
hair or what is so complicated or that it doesn't look like the Colombian girls. Because I would see a lot of people buying products, and then showing me the YouTube. And I'm like,
that is nothing like your hair.
Y'all are, it's like 2 completely different DNA. And there's not this amount of cream or pink lotion that is going to make your
pink
hair
oil
swivel.
It's not.
That's the sad part.
It is sad because it's not, you can't do nothing about it, period. You just can't,
And that's a whole other
It sure is.
whole other subject.
It is.
Yeah.
That's an episode.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Because there's a whole group of people still talking like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially on TikTok. People are more vulnerable and transparent on TikTok.
I still don't get on it.
You don't?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm prepared.
Yeah, they are definitely way more. I feel like Instagram wears a filter.
Okay.
And TikTok absolutely
Does
not.
Ooh, so I can get on TikTok.
Yeah, you can talk freely and openly. I feel like as long as you stating the facts, go ahead. But it can be really intense.
That's what my son told me. He was like, "Mom, don't get on." I said, "Why?" He was like, "'Cause they mean."
They are mean. I feel like you can get a good mix. Some are nice, some are mean, some are indifferent.
Let's go.
Girl.
Okay. I'll find out.
I'll show you one of my clips.
You've gotten eaten alive?
Well, Nia, she made a comment on it wasn't the last episode because I created a solo episode in between. Actually, it was episode 1 of this season. And she made a comment that rubbed the Black women in our community the wrong way. And they were it was bad. It was bad. I turned the comments off. It was that bad. And in my mind, I'm thinking this was an opportunity to create healthy dialogue, and y'all attacked her.
Oh, I mean, it's the internet. Let's go.
Yeah. But it was too much.
Can I ask what the comment was?
Yeah, she said her mother's hair was long for a Black woman. So on Instagram, it got nothing. But on TikTok, it was going to go viral, Minnie, because it was just, the comments were like coming in and coming in. The views were just.
Yeah, and that's to me like a matter of like a lack of emotional intelligence to not step back and not understand where
did it come from?
Huh?
Yeah, like where did it come from?
Yeah, where did all this come from? Because you could see both sides of that. Where like as I got older and I'm looking around at we're not a monolith. But maybe what you saw in your area were people who were getting relaxers because demographically that was super normal. So you didn't see people who grew long hair. The hair was relaxed so much that it would break off. And that was typically like what you saw. You didn't go to school with like Caribbean girls in New York or Louisiana where you had the Haitian Creole mixtures that unveiled to you that like, we are not a monolith. But some people have grown up in areas in the South, where it's Relaxer City, and you get in the bob, and that's about it.
And that's about it. And that's exactly what I addressed. I had to create another episode addressing that episode. And basically stating, just because her experience is not yours, don't make it not real for her.
Correct. Because I don't think it was until I got older that I noticed that the women in my family, my mom's side, grew really long hair.
Yeah.
Really long hair.
And also, I'm sure, when you went to cosmetology school, when you learned the science, the anatomy,
right,
and the physiology behind how hair,
catagen.
Exactly,
right.
The hair growth phase and the cycles of it, you learn like that is not true.
Right.
According to, science, it's not. But that does not mean her experience is not
invalid.
True. Girl, and it was just, they started talking about her, like attacking her appearance. And I said,
easy. That's easy to do. I think that's
it's
the part.
Super
that's
easy to do.
That's
right?
easy to do.
And I said, y'all are just, instead of, offering, how, like speaking from a place of your experience, that's fine. You can do that. I said, but all y'all did was deepen the oppression when you did that.
Which is why people have this discord when they go get their hair done now. I want to put it all over the internet. Because where's the lack of like intelligence in this situation? Why not ask her where she's coming from in that space?
Like I said, and that was an opportunity for healthy dialogue. And y'all just, even one girl agreed with her. I'm like, see, I like that. Even one, like, there was some comments stating, I've had this experience with my mom. My mom had the long hair. Mine was always short. I'm like, why we couldn't go, even if you disagreed. you could simply say, that's not my experience. Where I grew up, it was like this and that. What were y'all doing? Like, what when you were growing up, wherever you were
Right.
growing
And
up?
then what you were being told.
Right. Like, what was that about? That was, girl, I was just like, yeah, this was a great opportunity that just became a none.
Right.
And I just turned the comments
I
off.
mean, and then you can't fault what other people's lack of intelligence as well when it comes to that, like how far they know about this conversation, because a lot of people have just been told that, like, and just demographically how families spread out, where they landed, what they've been told. Like, you've been told a different story whether you're Black or not.
True.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like how we still think hair is nappy and how we speak to hair, like that is a whole conversation to be had.
It sure is. Yes. It's such a derogatory term. Even when I used to recommend this hair extension company called Nappy Hair Extensions, some of my clients would be like, what is this? And I'm like, I mean, she sells great quality hair. I know the adjective is it can raise some eyebrows for sure, but
but I mean, it's kind of like that. Trying to think of the term.
Double-edged sword.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a double-edged sword. There's a book that I have that this lady bought me. It's like, but it uses the N-word, but it's, kind of that duality of it, right? How it's like sweet. It can be so sweet for us.
But also very sour.
Right. There's a painting or not a painting, but an art piece in Rich's art gallery that says nappy. I don't allow my clients to say nappy, but there's something so sweet and nostalgic about, and that carries a weight about that word as well.
I guess it's about perspective.
Yeah. I mean, and just how you use it too. Where what it means, the sentiment behind it. Like, I think it's such a cherished word because it was carried so long to be like a bad state of our hair. But there's something, I don't know, maybe it's just something about that art piece too that I'm like,
because you got the visual representation too, yeah. And then some people's visual representation in their minds, what they saw that was attached to the word nappy, it ain't gonna be what you saw, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's all about perspective, experiences, all of that. Have you seen people feel pressured or discouraged because of their assigned number on a curl pattern chart?
Yes. I mean, as soon as my clients come in and ask me about the chart, I don't even, we're not even, I'm like, get It's cute. Like, I'll educate you on the reason for it, but we're not,
When did you make up your mind where you like, absolutely not, I'm done with the curl pattern chart?
It was probably 2 years ago.
Where I was roughly around the same time I did.
Yeah, and I think I had seen something that you posted, and I was like, oh, thank God Kenya's talking about this. Because I was just like, I'm not getting why people are so, like, held hostage.
It's the all-in
held hostage by this.
For
but it
hair
made sense.
care.
There were products coming out, which no shade, right? 4C only. I'm like, get your coins, girl. But people were just literally like, I can only use this product. No, she created a product for you. I mean, for if you have that hair and if you couldn't find nothing else, she got you.
She got you. And it indirectly impacts us because they are so good at influencing. And we're just professionals. Our job is not to influence, it's to educate. So whenever we are going up against influencers, that's like an emotional attachment that they have with these influencers. Opposed to us, we're professionals and we're just educating, so there's no emotion attached. So we're less likely to be listened to. They don't believe us, and so it's like this constant battle of, well, I saw this influencer on TikTok and on YouTube, and we have hair very similar, and I'm like, it might look the same. And I highly doubt that. It might look the same, but y'all's hair is not the same.
Right, because to break it down, your lifestyle is not the same. Your
lifestyle
DNA is not the same.
I didn't even consider lifestyle.
Right. Yeah, your water
the
water you use is not the same. It's, the water in Austin is different than the water that's in Houston, right? So there's so many components that go into that. And I find that it's cool that it's happening right now, that they're all, oh yeah, I watched this video and then I went and bought this, and I watched this video and then I went and bought this.
Then the epic fail.
Because that's what we're here for at the end of the day, right? Because it's like, let me influentially educate you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because I've done it. It's just in a different industry. I've done it in the sense of like my business, right? Where I try to take bits and pieces from here until I finally was like, no, I need to talk to the business guru herself. Like I'm sitting down with her because taking bits and pieces from the internet to ChatGPT to that girl who started the rock bead company over there is too much. And that's what I'm finding when they're coming into their consultations is like they come with all this internet jargon. And this girl, she uses this, that,
I
and the
love
third.
that analogy. It makes it more relatable to why they're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because they want to learn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I tell them, well, if you want to take all this time, like your time is your money.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it. Like for years, putting all my interest in this little bit of information here, this little bit why don't you just sit down with a professional who's going to tell you and help you understand why it is that you're grabbing this? Because that girl over there that you're watching a video of, she knows what to do with her hair for now.
For now, until it's no longer working.
Until her hormones change, until she goes and gets color, and she doesn't understand the science of her hair, right? So it works for now, probably great genetics, grows great hair, not much is ever going to mess up her hairline. You know, all you got to hope is that maybe she has bad toenails or something.
You know what?
But not everybody has this story, and you can't go off of what you see or what they're using because you also don't know what they're being paid.
That part. Paid to just influence you.
Yeah. I paid to give you this information. I paid someone to sit down and teach me to be able to continue educating you on this subject.
Yeah.
And I am forever, that person on the internet, if something comes out next, they're onto that.
Yeah.
Right? So it's great. You can watch and listen, but you wouldn't understand if it's not working for you, why it's not working. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I agree. And hair is just, we're so loyal and committed to it. And it's not to us. As soon as the slightest thing change in your body, they have be like, yeah, I'm out of here. It do.
It's so true.
It's so true. Like you said, any little thing like hormonal, lifestyle.
Where it matters, because then it comes in places that'll show up in places that you never asked for it to show up.
That's why hair is not, is it even our friend at this point?
I don't know. But have you been hearing that the minoxidil DHT blocker combination is really helping people?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm a little nervous about it, but I think I'm going to.
Yeah. Even when I had Dr. Sayo Bayan on the show, she was, I think she's creating a product where some of that's going to be incorporated, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I know we touched on that subject. Maybe hers is all actually natural ingredients to make her DHT blocker. But she just named a few ingredients that's going into her DHT blocker.
Okay. I'm going to try
But I have seen it. And that's the thing. Like, it be so much information out here. It's like, wait, did Dr. Saya say that? Or did I hear that somewhere else? But
that's the problem. I know. My aunt.
Information
I love
overload.
my auntie to death, but she brought in this. She's doing something, the MLM kind of thing, and it was like, I want you to display this in your salon. It helps people's hair grow and the collagen. And I was just like, I hear you. But no.
Like, I love that.
We're just trying to get past the curl chart part right now. This is not.
I believe, when it comes to hair, I believe the terminology and understanding of hair growth has been just misunderstood, because you'll have clients that'll sit in your chair and say, my hair don't grow. And I'm like, no, your hair is growing. You're just not retaining the length, and even I've caught myself, saying it without consciously listening to myself say it, until it became this thing where clients were really carrying that weight. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I got to really take a few steps back and realize, what am I communicating? What am I saying to them? So once I started, showing them like, those are two different things.
Right.
You have hair growth and then you have hair retention. Hair length retention. And I think these products are trying to say it will help retain length versus grow your
the hair from the bulb.
Exactly. And so then it's presented unintentionally like a scam, unintentionally,
Yeah, because when you get into the growth part, then you're going real deep.
Yeah, you're going to be beyond the surface. We all up in what they call a hair papilla. What was it called? Papilla, girl. Yes. I just saw 2 L's, and I know in Spanish 2 L's make the Y sound. Okay.
Hola.
And that could have been something from Spanish.
Shit. Yeah. I know. I was like, there's not a lot I'm going to like start pushing in my salon that's promising growth. It's just not happening.
Because it can't happen.
Right.
I help you retain some weight.
She was like, no, it really does. I'm like,
no, it don't.
It doesn't.
No. And
now you could be doing things that are inhibiting.
You could be, yeah.
Smoking,
for sure.
drinking.
Yeah, and so now it's counteracting. It's not even, and that's another it's just like a rabbit hole of reasons why.
But you got a lot of people who want the, so you got a system that's going to give it.
Instead of just being honest, having some freaking integrity.
That's why I love this whole thing of like just creating the ritual. And I've been asking my clients like photo journal, right? Also, write it down. Take a picture. Write it down how you're feeling. Write down what you ate today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grab the couple products that we talked about. Do your whole wash system, but like try not to worry about it. Brush your scalp. Hand the brush to your partner. Hand the brush to your kid.
Yeah.
Brush your scalp. But like try to remember your stress levels, right? Take a look at your mom.
Cortisol.
Right. Look at her hairline. What stressed her out at your age now? Try not to go there. Try to ashwagandha this shit out.
Ashwagandha.
Yes. Book an extra yoga class. One more vacation. But if your mama was walking around at this age screaming and yelling with a spoon in her hand at the grandkids, this is not the direction you want to go, or you're going to lose another inch to the skull.
Girl, not for real.
Nope, it doesn't matter what your curl pattern is.
It don't.
It doesn't matter.
It don't, and that's the thing. Science don't care about your curl pattern. It does not care. Whatever you are experiencing, whatever lifestyle you choose to have, trustably, that hair is going to respond.
Yes. It's everybody's is, on a different scale. Some people have it, more grandiose. Some people struggle with weight gain.
Yeah.
Some people I struggle with weight loss. If I'm stressed, weight loss. And hair loss.
I want to gain weight.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
Now I understand. It makes sense when I would hear people like, I can't look at something, I gain weight. And I'm like, I can go one day without eating and I'm like down a pound. Yeah. Down 2 pounds.
Yeah. I wonder if it's a thyroid. I do want to get my thyroid checked because I'm just like you. I can't skip a meal. If I skip a meal, you said 1 pound, I'm like, I'll suffice 1 pound, girl. I'll drop like 3.
Yeah. It's pretty where you're like.
No, make a bologna sandwich with some chips.
Fix my head.
Can you share examples of how the chart has reinforced texturism or bias, either in salons or broader media?
If I answer this, an example of how it is?
How the chart has reinforced texturism. Like, think about that.
Like, it's just made people go back to the space of like, it's more difficult.
Yeah.
4C hair needs more. The resources, the products. We couldn't, it just like, and that now you're back in a difficult space. And this is why I just kind of don't. Just try these, figure out what it is you want to feel. Figure it out. What are you really trying to achieve? But I feel like it puts people in a space of trying to decide, is their hair easy or difficult? Is it more difficult?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's like, what do you really want? Like, at times I want my hair to just be soft. So I just go, now I know Reverie's going to make my hair soft.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to change my texture. It's not going to do anything. And it makes me not, which is why I sell the shit out of it, because I think for 4C girlies, sometimes we're just trying to make our hair feel soft and approachable. And so that's a product that does it, and it doesn't stay on our shelves because people are like, it works. I mean, it works for everybody.
But I feel as though it is more difficult for that high density, fine, low porosity texture. It's way more difficult because I feel as though the industry hasn't curated or created a space for that texture.
The kinky?
It's more, you can find way more products on the shelves that will cater to the looser textures opposed to the tighter ones. And I just feel as though they don't know much about it. They have not, even in the schools, there's not a lot of education.
No.
Even when we were going to school, they were teaching us to alter it and make it straighter or make it looser.
Because that's my thing. My question is like, what the frick are you trying to do with that texture, right? And so for me, as a person who carries a really tight Z-coil tiny 4C, what I hear and what I experienced was that I was trying to change it. I was always trying to change it when really I just want it soft. It's not, now that it's not changing. It's not going,
No.
I can slick it down. I can put some mousse on it and slick it down for like a day. But it is the ultimate curly. So when I tell people to use milk and it gives them the softness where they can maybe stretch it a little bit more, that doesn't feel so tangled, I'm like, this product is all it is the science of it and what he's brought together. So with 4C, I don't know what you're really trying to change. What are we trying to really...
What is the real goal? Like, are
Right.
you
Like,
really,
say
is
what
it
you're really
really
trying to
your
say.
texture or do you want it to feel softer, like you
Right.
said, or do you want it more manageable? Is it...
Right, because what are we trying to do with it? Because if you are you trying to get it to spiral curl? It's not going to, right? Unless you put a flex rod in it.
That's right.
Then you want to make it complicated.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like, understanding the science of what you're trying to grab, if you can identify what it is you're trying to do, then I can either tell you never happening or grab this product right
and
here
also
so it can be soft.
accept the never happening. Don't try to force it because then it gets more complicated, because you see that too, where they will try to force what's not going to happen,
Right. So that's the question when they're going for the 4C product and like, what are you trying to achieve with this product? Like, I'm trying to achieve more moisture. What do you mean? Do you want it to feel like greasy, or do you want it to get silky like chilies? Because when I listen to that conversation, I typically hear, I don't want this hair.
Yes. 1,000%.
And I need the product to tell me that it's going to change it. And it's like,
it ain't happening.
Some of your best products are what you're actually like, or don't even say that. That doesn't say all of this. Which milk doesn't speak to that. I mean, it is created by a white man, so it doesn't speak to that. But typically when I give people that product or put it in their hair, I'm like, it's not because he did something better.
Right.
He just stuck to the science and he puts the pH on the bottle.
Good.
So you see it when you grab it that this is going to help close your super open cuticle. Because
which is probably
4C
why the hair feels like it feels.
Wide open.
Yeah. I've had clients to tell me, though, they did want a different texture. Just rightfully said. Just say it, Like, I don't, and I'm telling you, they have nice, healthy, beautiful hair. And they just don't like the texture.
That annoys me, I will say.
Now, that's one of your annoyances.
It has made me cry.
Yeah. Because there's nothing you can do to help them.
And you can just see what our history of human beings has like done to people as human beings.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we're getting close on time. Let's see. I'm trying to pick and choose which question I want to ask her, y'all. Oh, my stomach growling.
Is it talking? Did you eat?
I did not get a chance to eat because I drove up here and it's very rural. So in my little
where you came out from? Yeah, because you still in what, Copperscove?
Yes. Let's see. You already addressed that. How can stylists support their clients in celebrating all textures without the limitations of a chart? I think you kind of addressed that.
I think a lot of times it's our words too. It's not even that difficult. Just change how you talk. You know what I mean? Just stop referring to it. I think it's just the level of I don't know, maybe a space to want to complain about some shit. I don't know. But it's like, just stop saying your hair is nappy and you might make a friend with it. Like, I don't know. I don't say
I
my
love
hair is
that.
nappy, right? Like, is it where I want it to be lengthwise? Is it where I want it to be growth-wise? It is what it is.
It is,
And
yeah.
it's not because I'm a hairdresser, but because I've chosen to love my hair but I also adorn my head, right? You gotta make something with it without tearing it up. I refuse to tear it up, but I will wear hats to adorn. So I just think taking the language, changing the language around it, could really help a lot of people.
It sure does. Nia mentioned that also in the last episode. She brought up Tabitha, how Tabitha names her hair Donna. Because, you know, she has the hair product Donna's hair recipe.
Yeah.
And she pretty much said that when you said make a friend, it made me think about her episode.
I mean, I think it's brilliant. You hear people always say, and these grays, they're just doing whatever they want to do.
Grays.
Right? Give them a personality if it makes you feel better and not stress out. Because if you can identify that stress has put an extra 5 pounds on your stomach, imagine what it's doing to your scalp when you're saying it's shedding. It's all coming from within. So go eat a cookie. Eat something that's going to make you happy.
And
it's just
maybe some ice cream on the side.
Because I do, you know, when people, and it is, to me, I am finding that like our aunties and our mothers' generation that just can't say a kind word about their hair.
What is that?
It has to stop.
Manny,
and they don't even hear when you say, stop saying that. Your hair's really not, be blow drying out all easy. This nappy stuff, but it's a whole thing. Because I'm learning like, even the men, the husbands, go get your hair straightened.
Yeah.
Baby, that's why I'm single. I'm learning.
Amen.
Because I mean, I've heard it while I've been out dating. And it typically comes from, I've heard it more from Black men.
Absolutely.
Right? Because they feel more inclined to, it's relatable. It makes sense that their mothers, their aunties, like, is you going to do something with your hair? No. No, because this is my hair.
Right.
Right? Because your mom and your aunt call it nappy. So, it's a broader pain point. The whole other podcast. But
it is.
That is the part of the industry that annoys me or I'd say my day-to-day is when I hear that.
I won't disclose this family member. It's kind of hard not to, but these two characters in this story.
Okay.
We have one that's about 7 or 8 and then one of the older generation.
Okay.
You know, very old.
Okay.
And the 7-year-old, 8-year-old hair was just blown out in the fro. And it was deemed as, you need to do something about that. She didn't say nappy, but she said, you do need to do something about that. And I wish I knew the exact wording because immediately I was triggered, you know. And I said, that's not how you speak to someone that's developing, especially that's developing.
And they don't understand that because they come from a place where you had to have your kids look in a certain way.
Yep.
Or the W man was going to see them and then make you know, you couldn't go get the bank loan. Or you was
but
bad, you looked
there.
a certain way in school, or maybe y'all were poor. And they have not deconstructed that. So in my consultations, I do talk about, like, I hear the keywords that you're saying. So if you come to me, we're going to start working on deconstructing that because I don't do that.
That's right. I can't help you anyway if we don't. I can't help
because
you. No matter what I do.
Then you're going to always believe that you're nappy, unkempt, you're unpresentable, you can't get the job that way. I should be living and breathing proof that it's untrue, right? And you can add tattoos and piercings.
Yeah.
Right? So you can, but this is a belief system that you have in your head based off of historical events that no longer applies today in 2026. So you have to change the way you speak. Because that part kills me. Because it even translates into mothers who adopt outside of their race and bring them to people who look like us and then want to even denounce what it is that they have. Like, I had a mother that was like, I told her she didn't have Afro hair. Afro hair is the hair that Michael Jackson has. And I was like, you wouldn't even be close to the Afro race to even be speaking on that. So to tell your daughter she was African, that she didn't have Afro hair, I was like, this is bizarre. because she carried a negative, the mother carried a negative connotation with Afro and didn't want her daughter to be infiltrated with that bad word. That doesn't apply to you. And I'm like, you most certainly have an Afro. You most certainly have an Afro.
What'd she say when you said that?
No, that's what she called her mom. No, I don't. Oh. No, I don't. Mom, she said I have Afro hair. And she was like, her mom came over. I asked the mom to leave. Go to the store. You're not helping.
No.
Because you don't know what you're talking about. She has Afro hair and there's nothing wrong with it.
It's nothing.
But we've all taught everybody that it's wrong and it still carries just like a dumbbell through the nation.
Like it's so derogatory.
Silky is what you want.
I always tell people my favorite hair is textured hair. It's so much easier.
Yeah. I just like it.
Like,
I just like
too.
the fabric
I like hair
of it.
too, but when it comes to certain styles, I do prefer an Afro texture, especially.
You got versatility.
Yeah, and not even with the versatility, but when it comes to especially like cornrowing, it is hard to cornrow silky hair.
Yeah, you know, have all the stuff in it.
Right. So I'm just speaking more from depending on the hairstyle. There is a certain texture I will prefer opposed to others. It's not a prejudice, it's a preference.
Right.
You know?
Because just the versatility that you get.
Right.
Yeah.
And also just not having to fight with it. When you're trying to cornrow a silkier or a looser texture,
or keep a curl.
Yeah, it's just, it challenges you. So I feel like every texture has a challenge. It just depends on what hairstyle are you trying to do with it.
Right.
You know, but to deem this high density or Afro textured hair as challenging,
because it has way more. There's way more benefits to it. It's sunblocking, and it makes sense as to why they would have tried to mash it down, make it go away, make it look like ours. It's sunblocking. It's protecting. When my clients are like, "My hair is thinning," I'm like, "Guess what? You're curly."
Yeah,
don't nobody really
the
know.
The curlier the hair, the finer it is, you know. But yeah, that's how I feel. Like I do love all hair, but when it comes to a certain hairstyle, I definitely prefer one over the other. I do not get excited when
bone straight hair.
When somebody books me with, I would take my crimping iron out in a minute and create texture. You know, so it just depends. Like everything is circumstantial, everything is situational, and you approach it depending on what is present.
Yeah, and
you need to approach it in order to execute the finish the way that they want to see
desire.
It done.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yep. I think that's true. Yeah, textured hair, it has more. There's just more versatility to it, and it has more benefits. If you really wanted to compare, like sit down with it.
Yeah, but I love all
do more
hair.
with it. Yeah, I think that's more like I love.
It just depends. It just depends, you know. It depends, you know, like no different from detangling. Yes, I would love to have the benefits, even for my client's sake, to be able to detangle without the hassle that they feel whenever they're trying to section and part and the hair just keep drawing back up to the scalp and they don't understand. Hold it with some tension and you have to keep grabbing it, you know, as you detangle. Versus somebody with looser texture, they don't have to do all of that, you know?
Yeah.
So I do feel as though sometimes they want something just easy, some just low maintenance. Simple. Maybe they do love their hair.
And that's common when they going from like natural, they're just like, it's just easier. And seeing that, I ain't gonna argue with you.
Right.
But
I'll
let you find out. It's not easier.
No.
Your natural hair is gonna be like, it's fun to straighten your hair. I guess if you perceive it as easy, but wait till you start getting older, right? Or wait till your hair starts having shedding issues and it's bone straight.
Yeah.
And that's what you're accustomed to.
Yeah.
Natural's gonna be
hard.
The natural?
Yeah, I think so. They happened with my grandmother that way. Like that's why she still get them, relaxes, because she couldn't take care of her natural hair. You know, it just depends. You know, she's not physically able. So in order for it, you know, to manage
gets it straightened.
She relaxes. And it's doing great. She get like 2 a year.
Okay.
Like 2 a year. And she'd stay on top of her trims and cuts, and her hair longer than mine, and it's fuller than mine's.
Yeah.
So it depends. It depends.
Because I don't do relaxers, but if they want them, if they want to be silk pressed, yes, I will refer them out. But silk press, I'm here for a silk press.
Yeah.
I'm here for a silk press until it starts getting too stressful on the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they won't maintain it. But I'm not ever going to stop anybody from getting a silk press or saying that it's easier than
depends.
Curly hair.
It depends, because if you approach it realistically and understand that your hair is going to revert, it could be easier. It's all in here, in the mind.
Yeah.
If you know by day 3, it might start to revert at the roots.
Curl back up.
Yeah, and everything is so circumstantial too, because it's like, is your hair does it have the memory to stay straight? You have to create that. Girl, okay, we got to wrap up. We got to wrap up, y'all. I am so sorry. we got to wrap up because we have went past our time, but that was good. We might have to create a couple of more episodes just based on everything we were talking about because that was getting good. I probably should have allowed it for 2 hours. Make sure y'all follow Minnie on Instagram at Shag Noir Salon ATX.
ATX.
What about your personal?
It's Trichophile.
Trichophile,
yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted people to follow you there, so that's why I was like, what about
that's where I'm a little bit more
open.
Trouble. Or Shag Noir Salon ATX is our professional salon page.
Yeah, make sure y'all follow her for if you want to experience more of Minnie. Y'all see how this episode got so good? We running over time, so we got to wrap it up.
He gave us a couple more minutes.
Yeah, he did. But thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all.
That was such an important conversation. A big thank you to Minnie of Shag Noir Salon for coming back on the show for the 3rd time and sharing her insight. If there's one thing to take away from today, it's that your hair isn't a number or a letter. The curl pattern chart might be popular, but it doesn't define your beauty, your worth, or how you should take care of your hair. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who would benefit from hearing this. And don't forget to follow Minnie. She's always giving great advice and supporting the community. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time for more conversations that heal, empower, and celebrate your hair.